This episode of the vlog is brought to you by Squarespace.
Whether you need a domain, a website, or an online store, make it with Squarespace.
Squarespace's templates make creating an online identity even easier. Each template is a starting point for a wide range of projects, whether you're pursuing a side hustle or promoting your main gig. In 2018, Squarespace has 8 new templates: Stella, Pursuit, Impact, Blend, Pedro, Royce, Kin, and Bow. Create a beautiful website with Squarespace's all-in-one platform. There's nothing to install, patch, or upgrade ever. Squarespace provides 24-hour award-winning customer support.
It's simple to set up or transfer your domain on Squarespace.
Instead of working with multiple vendors to maintain your online presence, you're able to manage all your domain and billing settings with Squarespace and take advantage of Squarespace's easy-to-use DNS interface. This is huge because if you're using a GoDaddy domain, you can switch to Squarespace. It's never been easy to sell products or services online.
Squarespace allows you to manage your products, your orders, your inventory easily.
Squarespace empowers millions of websites across thousands of different industries for people just like you.
Ready to start your new business? Make it and get started with Squarespace.
Go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready, go to squarespace.com/Jimmy DiResta for 10% off your first website or your first domain. If you support my sponsors, I get to stay here in the shop, so thank you. There's some kind of crazy bird making noise out there. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you tuning in with me. It's been a really busy week. I got a lot of videos stacked up. Nothing is getting finished just because it's been so crazy. It's been such a busy summer. Traveled a little bit since I saw you last. Canoe project. The canoe is moving along. Everybody wants to know, is this wood strong enough? What's going to ultimately happen with this wood? This wood is going to get fiberglassed on the outside and on the inside. And there's going to get gunnels, which is supporting strips of thick wood on both sides. The end's going to get capped with some bent wood. You'll see that there. Those are called the stems. There's an inner stem and an outer stem. This video has to be done by August 30th. Let's hope everything goes well. Another video in process is this Smelting Forge. I took the time, put some refractory cement in there, kind of did it like experimenting, playing around. I'm kind of discovering on my own what works, what doesn't work. There's so many videos out there that it is like almost overload. I can't really decide what is a good option. I was able to melt some cans into some liquid. We were able to melt and make a little casting on top of some steel. This was just a test to see if I could actually reach the melting point of aluminum. And next, I have to refine my flame source. It works, but it doesn't work perfectly. But stick with me on this one. I think it's going in a good direction. New video out this week is going to be my next Burns-O-Matic video. In this, I use the Burns-O-Matic torch to make 10 separate pencil holders, all in the process. At one point, I use a torch. It's a good exercise in making 10 things with 10 separate materials, also cross-referencing the use of a torch. So it's a lot of fun. It's right now available on my Patreon. New in product development are these knives. You saw this in the last video I posted this week with my friend Steve, where I learned how to make a knife. This is the vision I had. This knife cut with a laser, the logo's cut all the way through, acts sort of as a grip. Also my razor blade. So I have this utility knife and also a razor blade. The razor blade is more of a novelty, but it will be a fully functioning knife / giant razor blade. I'm working on it now. Learning how to put the bevel using the Bridgeport milling machine, and that saves a tremendous amount of time. Also gives it that accuracy that it needs, that look of precision, which is really what razor blades to portray, and I want to try and carry that through in this larger size. I'm using 1095 steel. Probably going to harden them in an oven. I don't think I'm going to harden them in the fire. The fire has a tendency to burn this metal, and I'm learning a little bit about precision hardening, so I might buy an oven this week. More movement on the giant slab. I have to make a few other tables for the same client. I have to fast design them and send over a quote. But this table is the featured product that's going to be in this home, and I made this steel base. This base is made with 1-inch thick steel, cold rolled, and it's coming out pretty good. They like it. And Brett's done all the sanding on it, so Brett, thank you for laboring on the sanding. I know you didn't really like so much of it, but you did a really good job. Thank you. Another small project I did this week was this laser plaque for a friend of a friend, and it is made from an old cutting board. The cutting board that was broken in parts, I cut it up and I put this laser etched pattern in it, and everyone seems to like it. The video is on my Patreon. It is a 3-minute video. I'm not going to make it go public because it's just a laser cutting video. It's not super exciting, but go check it out. If you're on my Patreon, you'll be able to see it. There's a couple of little tips in there you might find interesting. This week in new tools, I picked up this paper chopper. If you remember a few months ago, in November, I bought a paper chopper in Baltimore off of Craigslist, and that was $600. This is the same exact style paper chopper, not the same brand, but it's from the same era, 1910, 1920, and it is made in the same construction, maybe even a knockoff of the Chandler and Price that I bought at that time. But it's in pieces. The guy couldn't move it when he stored it 25 years ago, so he took it completely apart, missing a lot of the bolts, but the majority of the actual pieces are there. So I'm going to do a small restoration video of reassembling this, and I think I'm going to have to use my machine lathe to make 11/16-11 bolts that apparently don't exist anymore. That is an old size. Now the standard is 3/4 11 or 3/4 10. So if you're a machinist out there and you know anything about 11/16-11 bolts, make a comment in the bottom there. Can't even buy taps. So I'm going to have to make the bolts myself. If you watch my social media, you saw this new anvil I picked up. This is a 300-pound anvil. I'm not quite sure of the brand, but it is just a beautiful piece that came from an old railway cart making company here, I think in Schenectady, New York. And I picked it up from these guys who've had it for many years. It's a great little tool resource of mine that upstate New York. I'm not going to say where. I don't want to give it away. Good resource. But these guys are cool. So another fetish of mine, maybe the next collection video is going to have to be what I currently have as far as anvils go. I'm going to add this to my imaginary collection of roadside lathes that I wish to repair one day if I had more room and more time. The guys at Bar Z told me they think it's a lodge in Shipley. This is on the side of the road in Cobleskill, New York, on Route 10 going north. Just sitting there. It's like a dead body laying on the side of the road. I don't know why it's there. It's a beautiful old piece of machinery, and maybe one day you'll see it right there in the corner. Who knows? And I'm the only moron that would want that, so I think it's going to sit around for a while. Big shout out to my friends at Lincoln. This is the new Lincoln Power Mig 260. Runs on 50 amps. This thing is killer. This really lays down a beautiful heavy bead. Do 045 wire with this, and I'm going to use it primarily to make the doors, the new doors that I'm going to be building here in the shop myself. So the next big project for Lincoln is going to be me making these doors, and it has to happen soon. A new addition to the blacksmith shop is this forge. I actually have two of the same forge from Sam Flower. You might know Sam from Allsteel's videos. Sam and I hooked up when we were in Birmingham together, and he said, hey, let me make your forge. What do you want? I said, I want something big, and he made this 3-burner forge. I have a lot of flexibility. I can only run 1 burner or 2 burners or full 3 burners. There's still a lot of work to go in both of these forges, but I'm up for the challenge. Shipped them from the UK. They came. I actually paid for them, and they came out beautifully. So guys, thank you very much. I'm going to put some links to Sam and his friends who helped put that together. Shout out to my new friends at Ferd. They sent me a big box of grinding accessories. Met Ferd at the Fab Tech in November, and finally these business cards sit around. You finally follow up takes time, and so I'm looking forward to using this new system. They have this new system that locks. You don't have to dismantle the head of the grinding disc. You just put it on, give it an eighth of a turn, and it stays locked in place. It's a whole new system I'm looking forward to playing with. So guys at FERD, thank you all very much. So update on the shop. We just dug the trench. The trench is about 320 feet long. I think I might do three-phase in here. It's available right on the road, so I think I'm going to put it in here. We'll see. We still haven't yet to make that final decision, but I know the wire's going in very soon. I still need three-phase in both of my other shops. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Me and my buddy Kevin Lazat went out to the Barzy Bash. That is out in Rancho Cucamonga, California. Stan Zinkosky holds this bash every year in his backyard. I think this is the 20-something annual in a row, the fourth annual in a row for YouTube creators. I had a great time. I got to meet so many great, influential, inspirational, very technically adept guys. Got to hang out with Randy Richards, taught me how to read a micrometer. Still a little shaky on that one. Joe Pieczynski's got a great YouTube channel, very educational. These machinist guys have tons of information to share, so check them out. Got to hang out with Tom Lipton, who's also very, very smart, very talented machinist. Dale Derry from Metal Tips and Tricks. Big Jim Bollinger was there doing his class on TIG welding.
We're at Barzy Industrial Summer Bash 2018. We're just finishing the party and just kind of enjoying everybody else's company. It's 22nd year.
And you don't have to be a professional machinist to be included?
This knowledge is not ours to keep. We need to share this.
Right on.
We're not the next generation. You guys are.
Right on.
And you guys need to learn this stuff.
That's right. That's
and
right.
And when we all die, a whole library dies with us.
Machining is so accessible to everybody nowadays. There's machines available everywhere. And I just talked to Chris from American Rotary. So many people avoid three-phase equipment because they just don't know what to do with it.
Well, they're scared of it.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be. It's with his converters, it's so easy.
That's what I'm saying. Any shop could become used to it.
Yeah. 2 phases in, 3 phases out. That's all there is to it.
It's been great for me to be here, and I really appreciate you including me.
Oh, absolutely. Please come back next year.
I will. Thanks, bro. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Ray from Ray's Garage made this pretty crazy can crusher. Check this thing out. This is what I need when I start sticking things into the smelter.
This is a pneumatic air cylinder from a car wash.
Oh, really?
Scored on eBay for about $15. It's a short throw 6-inch. Don't ask me how strong it is. I have no idea, but it will take your finger clean off. Let's give it a try. Andrew.
This is a big game changer, I think, for a lot of us creators that struggle with three-phase. Chris from American Rotary. Chris, what does American Rotary provide that everybody needs?
Affordable three-phase solution. This is the American Rotary amp phase converter, completely mobile.
Do I need an electrician to put this in?
No, it's just plug and play. Look at this.
Oh my God. 50 amp 220, and this is how we plug it in, and then from this, where do we plug in to get three-phase?
Right here.
Three-phase, so those are twist locks.
Twist locks.
Right on.
You got 10 amp, 20 amp, and 30 amp breakers. And it's as simple as just hitting this little button right here.
Oh my God. And then there's a rotary converter going on inside there.
Correct.
So a rotary phase converter is going to use our induction generator, which is a VIP. It's a variable gear technology. It's not an electric motor. It's actually classified as an electric generator. So it's an induction generator, which manufactures the third leg. Uses our technology, our patent microsmart technology.
And we put it in our patent pending amp enclosure that we designed.
So that it's mobile. You can move it from machine to machine. You can, run a number of different things off of it. And
You seriously, you don't need an electrician. Just plug it in. It's about $2,000.
And that's one job on your three-phase milling machine.
Right.
And it pays for itself. I might actually get three-phase in here, but if I don't, I'm going to use one of these machines here. I am absolutely going to use one of those machines at the big warehouse and definitely in my small machine shop a few hundred feet away. While we were in and around Ontario, California, the guys at the Barzy Bash set up a tour of Stan Ridge Granite. Stan Ridge Granite makes surface plates. If you're a machinist, you understand what a surface plate is. If you're not a machinist, a surface plate is a perfectly flat surface that you can use to indicate off of so that when you're scribing or scratching or measuring, you have a perfectly flat surface. These surfaces have to be flat within a millionth of an inch, and it's really, really skinny. Incredible tour, incredible education on granite surface plate, and we got to see what is right now the largest granite surface plate in existence, and this is one of 3 that they're making for a project. This surface plate is 15 by 20 by about 25 inches thick. It weighs 100,000 pounds, and the entire surface is going to be flat from corner to corner, side to side, within a couple of millionths of an inch. It's incredible. It's all hand done in the final stages. Incredible. If you need a surface plate, check out Stan Ridge. While we were in Ontario, Kevin suggested we go and check out Joshua Tree and go visit Ben and Jessi Ueda. And so we stole away for a few hours and drove out there and got to hang out with Ben and Jessi and got to see the site for Ben's small house project that he's doing. It's an incredibly beautiful site. And I said, I cannot wait to come back for the ribbon cutting. I did a little interview with Ben out there on the site, but it was too windy. We didn't pick up any of the audio except for the wind. And went back to the house, got to hang out with those guys and share ideas, invest some time with each other. It's a great community, and I'm really happy to be friends with these guys. Really, they're like family to me now. So, guys, thank you very much. Thanks for having us. Is it Gary, the little squirrel?
Yes, yes.
It's
Right
so
now there are
adorable.
about 9 Garys. So,
Really?
Yeah, keeps me busy.
We watched the guy crawl and jump into your hand and eat and then run away. It's so
Yeah.
cute.
I've got one. I'll show you the video where he jumps from the little table onto my shirt to grab a piece that I have in my hand.
Aw.
That's what we're working on next.
Ben, what are we looking at here?
So this is the first product we're releasing for Maker brand, and it's an all-steel clamp, positive stops, and it has about twice the travel of most either Harbor Freight clamps or
Nice.
Bessie clamps. These won't replace your fine woodworking clamps, but there's something if you're doing like a 2x4 butcher block slab, these can really force unruly pieces of wood or whatever
Right.
you're working with. And because it's all steel, you can use it for holding metal together while you're welding and stuff like that.
Check out Ben's new tool company. There's going to be some information in the description below. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you very much. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you very much. Guys, thank you for all my wonderful gifts. So nice. I got a bar of gold. Guy gave me a full bar of real gold. The thing weighs like maybe 40 pounds.
That's a nice camera. I have a Nikon like that. I bought it at the thrift store. G11. It's worth a lot of money. Oh no, Canon.
You know how much that was?
About $600 to $700.
It was my mom's birthday and also Father's Day within the same vicinity, so I got to see my mom and my dad. Mom, now that you've made it to 39, what is your advice for living a long life?
For living a long life, live in the present moment,
Yeah?
and don't be afraid to have humor and laughter in your life.
It's very good. You've always made me laugh. Seriously.
Thank you.
Happy Father's Day. Thank you for teaching me
Thank
everything
you.
I know.
Happy Father, thank you for being who you are. You make me so proud. I often think what my father must be looking down and saying that what you guys did with the DiResta name. It's remarkable. Joey,
Thank you.
John, you, and you just keep making it bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Dad. I love you.
$150, down from $200.
Thank you all very much. Thank you to my sponsors. Again, please support my sponsors. It really gets to help me finish this building and pay for some of my extravagances. So thank you for following along. Check out the new video coming out this week, and I have a lot of other stuff on the burner. Thank you.